at an unknown speed. Any second coming, will it get to me? It's the great deceiver in periphery. It's the de-achiever, if I let it be. Who's afraid of the dark? Who's afraid of the dark? Not me, not me. I have watched it gather from a long way off, but the heart of matters is never soft. It's the dangling promise of an alibi. But can I be honest and embrace a lie? Who's afraid of the dark? Who's afraid of the dark? Not me, not me. It's okay if you are. Who's to say what's a bridge too far? Go your way, swallow your heart. Every day is a brand new start, so depart and step beyond the light. All your life you've seen it out in front of you, but you'll never mean it. Left you confront it too. Who's afraid of the dark? Who's afraid of the dark? Not me. Who's afraid of the dark? Who's afraid of the dark? Not me, not me. It's been a pretty awesome first 8 months or so here with Malcolm. I think we've certainly come to get to know each other a lot better. We figured out like what his favorite playtime rituals are.
Graham plays with Malcolm.
He's really, really clever about knowing roots. It's still in some respects in the beginning of the relationship, but also I feel like we've got a pretty good synergy going, and we really work pretty well together already. I got around pretty well with a cane. I was 40 before I started working with a dog, but I will say that I just am able to go so much more quickly with Malcolm and kind of so much more like without anxiety that I'm gonna be walking into stuff.
Photos of Graham and Malcolm.
And I just have total confidence in him, and I'm not even really thinking about it at this point. I'm just going where he leads. I feel really proud walking around with him. It makes me feel like I'm sort of this, conspicuously blind person in a way that feels really good, whereas often I think with a cane I was a little bit self-conscious, and I just have a lot more pride about being who I am, walking around with him and just being out in the world.
Graham cuddles with Malcolm.
I'm super grateful for Guide Dogs for the Blind for making this relationship happen and, really putting all the thought into finding the perfect dog for me.
Close-up of Malcolm.
I really couldn't be happier with the experiences I've had with Guide Dogs for the Blind and just how they've enabled, me to work with Malcolm, and it's been pretty life-changing. So very, very grateful indeed.
What a talent. Our thanks to Graham and also Malcolm. Malcolm was not in the middle. He was right there at his side. What do you think, Teresa?
Oh my gosh, we have so many talented clients. I can't say that I'm one of them, but I
Yes,
really
you are.
appreciate the ones
yes,
that
you
are.
Will says you are. I want to go over to his house and check out his record collection.
Right, no kidding,
That seems
right?
quite impressive.
Yes.
So thank you again, Graham and Malcolm. We thank you for the music, and we thank you so much for showing up for us here tonight. And now I'm excited to introduce to you Melba Velez Ortiz, a GDB Alumni Association board member. Take a look.
A woman stands and waves.
Happy holidays from Michigan. Feliz Navidad. My name is Melba Velez Ortiz, and this here is Professor Chad.
Her guide dog.
Both Professor Chad and I are university professors at a wonderful liberal arts university in Michigan.
Chad in a holiday
I've
sweater.
been teaching for 24 years, and Chad has been my guide for 5 years. One of the most amazing aspects of having Chad as a guide dog to a professor is that Chad has extended my teaching life for many, many years. Having Chad is what allows me to still partake fully in all the activities that the campus has to offer, whether that is attending student plays, or that is going to class, or going to meetings, or going to graduations and events. Chad is the resource that allows me to be part of a vibrant campus community. I was born with retinitis pigmentosa, which a lot of you know is an untreatable, incurable condition. And so as the years go on, I'm losing more sight, and Chad has been able to extend my life as a teacher for all these years. One final comment I would encourage you to think about is that, particularly when it comes to doing guide dog work for a professor, I feel Chad and I do a very important service to the blind community, and that's because in speech and in conversation, we oftentimes use the word blind in a negative way to describe someone who is ignorant or who is foolhardy. And as a scholar who is also blind, Chad and I get to show the world that blind people can be knowers too, and that we have expertise that the world can use, and for that reason, we're still an important part of it.
The light fades to black. On behalf of the Alumni Association Board, thank you for joining the virtual holiday celebration, and happy holidays.
Thanks to Melba there. A pleasure having you with us, and a pleasure having everyone at home and our studio audience here with us as well. Just to prove, a little noise. Yes, here we go. Yes. Melba, that was all for you. It was. Let's hear more now about another life-changing partnership. Oslo has been so much more than a mobility tool for Bello. He's also been a confidence builder, a soulmate, travel companion, and a social bridge. Take a look.
Guide Dogs for the Blind logo. A young man in guide dog.
The instructor handed me the leash,
Sit on a beach.
and it was love at first touch, because as soon as I reached for the leash and grabbed his head, I fell in love.
The team now out on the sidewalk.
Oslo, this 70-pound of lab energy, was just ready to take me in and, love me to pieces. It was very magical.
They cross a city street.
My name is Bello Cipriani, and I lost my vision back in 2007.
Back home.
I was 26. It was 2 months shy of my 27th birthday.
Photos of a younger Bella.
My cause of blindness is retinal detachment. It took me a couple years to get over the grief of losing my sight. And I was grieving the loss of my job, the loss of my friends, and it was very hard. There was times where I really struggled with, getting out of bed, doing very simple tasks.
The team out and about.
When I got my first guide dog, my life changed tremendously. It changed in every imaginable way. Just from getting to a place much quicker, walking down the street faster. I could dart to my friend's house down the block and get there in minutes. I couldn't do that with a
He
cane.
types on a computer.
The big effect of me losing my sight was really finding something that I was passionate about.
Oslo rests in harness.
This may sound bizarre, but if I hadn't lost my sight, I wouldn't be a writer, and I love being a writer.
Bello in a martial arts class.
I also train capoeira, which is an Afro-Brazilian martial art. And outside my walking around with Oslo, I want to work out and keep in shape, and so that's important to me.
He does a cartwheel, sparring with another student.
There's this misconception of covering your eyes with a blindfold or with your hands, and that's what it's like to be blind. And I think that's just a little glimpse.
The team leaves home.
Because then you always know you could take it off. And that's what blindness is. It's not to be able to take it off. That moment of frustration, of panic,
They walk down the hall.
of anxiety. Blindness has those moments.
Now out on the street.
And so that's really what blindness is, learning not just to be without sight, but the emotions behind
They
it.
navigate a crosswalk.
There are 3 basic skills to being an independent blind person. There's, reading, and then there's adaptive equipment, and then there's your mobility. And to me, that's the one where I put the most emphasis. And by far, Guide Dogs for the Blind has the most assistance, than any other school in the country. And that automatically put them on the top of my list.
An instructor works with clients and their guide dogs.
Guide Dogs for the Blind creates these amazing partnerships between blind people and their guide dogs. It's part magic, it's part formula because there's a lot of training involved.
Instructors train dogs outdoors.
There's an intuition that they have that's needed to have these teams bond and become fruitful partnerships.
On campus, a man plays with his guide dog.
The magic begins with the puppy raisers.
A young woman with a puppy.
These people are volunteers, and these people are the first phase of the puppy's life.
Puppies romp in a play area.
They bring them into their homes at about 8 weeks, and they socialize them, and they, housebreak them. What it results, what it creates are these amazing guide dogs who are able to manage high-stress situations, and all that is thanks to the puppy raisers.
Oslo guides Bello in town.
When I came back and did the 2 weeks program, it was just exactly what I needed. Very comfortable. I felt like I was at a resort somewhere. I didn't have to share my room, very fancy with Wi-Fi, all the latest gadgets. And the instructor to student ratio was amazing. There was 2 students per instructor. And the fact that I could customize it to my lifestyle was perfect.
On a college campus.
They even did a simulation with some airport travel, which was just great.
Navigating stairs.
They have 2 campuses, one in San Rafael, California, and a second in Boring, Oregon. They have an alumni organization, which is first class, and they provide a lifetime of support.
Now at GDB.
So, for example, if my dog ever needs, help with something, whether it's training or even veterinary care, whether you live in Miami, Toronto, or even Anchorage, you're not able to make it to their local vet, they will give you money to cover the cost to see your local vet, and that's just amazing.
A dog in GDB's vet clinic.
All of the services Guide Dogs for the Blind provides are completely free. They don't receive any funding from federal or state agency. It all comes from donors.
Names fill the donor wall.
They have this amazing support center, and there is no question too small or too big that they cannot answer.
Staff on the phone.
They're always keeping up to date with what's cutting edge. They have the latest training techniques to just make yourself a better guide dog team.
Bello puts the harness on Oslo.
As a blind person, you're not able to smile across the room, make eye contact. And a guide dog, a service dog, is definitely something that helps break the ice with the public. I think people don't recognize that blind people, before anything else, are people. And, we crave the same things everyone else does. Vision in general denotes the ability to make a connection.
The team on a sidewalk.
I could see with my fingertips, touch something. I could also see things through my mind.
Now sitting on the beach.
However, blindness is a lot more manageable when you have a faithful companion that loves you unconditionally.
They share a hug at sunset. Guide Dogs for the Blind logo.
For more information, visit guidedogs.com or call 1-800-295-4050.
The light fades to black.
What a powerful story and a powerful partnership. And every one of you here helps make these incredibly empowering partnerships possible. Thank you, Bello and Oslo, for sharing your story with us. Oslo is now enjoying retirement, and we're excited to say that Bello is in line for his next guide dog. Many of our younger clients will need anywhere from 4 to 6 guide dogs throughout their lifetime. Think about that, 4 to 6 guide dogs. But thanks to your generous donations, GDB and GDBI will be here to fulfill all those needs. And now I'd like to welcome from Guide Dogs to the Blind, the president and the CEO. It's an honor to be with you. Chris, thanks for being with us, and a live audience with you as well tonight.
Oh, it's fantastic. Thank you, Liam.
The floor is yours, Chris.
Thank you, Liam, and really a big thanks to you and Teresa and Wills for hosting our holiday event tonight. I am truly honored to be here with all of you. All of us at Guide Dogs for the Blind and Guide Dogs for the Blind International are so thrilled that you've chosen to kick off the holiday season with us. At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe that everyone deserves to move through the world safely and confidently, to live the life they want to live. Our passionate community employs innovative practices to create life-changing partnerships, and we advocate for the policy reforms that change how the world views blindness and disability. Because when everyone is empowered to participate, our communities are stronger. Tonight, we'll share stories to fill your soul with moments you helped to create, moments of triumph, meaning, and delight that bring us all together. We celebrate you because it takes all of you to make this work possible. We celebrate the entire GDB and GDBI community of donors, staff, and volunteers who've stepped up in so many ways in 2021. I really hope you enjoy the warmth and joy of this community and this celebration tonight, and that it brings you through to the new year. Let's expand this amazing work by helping more people and growing our impact. Together, we can do more. Together, we are unstoppable. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, Chris. So good to see you, love.
Thank you, Liam.
And we didn't introduce your four-legged friend.
Oh, this is Miss Thea. So Thea is my girl, and she's an official ambassador for Guide Dogs for the Blind. And she's pretty darn pretty.
Oh, yes, she is. You show Steeler you.
Yes.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Liam.
much for all you do.
Thank you.
So, friends, come on, let's give it up one more time for Chris Penninger and for Theo as well. And I have to say, I'm so honored to be part of this community because, as you all know, this is a wonderful community. And now I'd like to welcome back my co-hosts, Teresa and Wills. They're going to speak more about some of the life-changing resources. And Teresa, I know that you and Wills, you have your own story. This past year, many of us have had challenges, but you had some personal challenges with Wills. Wills had challenges that meant you had challenges.
Exactly.
What got you through? And share the story with our friends here.
Absolutely, Liam. Yeah, it was quite a year for Wills and I wouldn't have made it through without Guide Dogs for the Blind. Wills is my fourth guide dog. He is amazing. He was raised in Texas by Gretchen and Robert Ryan. And they always get embarrassed when I mention their names, but they're so awesome. They need to be mentioned. So we can have a little round of applause for Gretchen.
Yes.
Yes, puppy raisers. They raised him to be this amazing, confident, happy dog. When I first worked with him, when I first met him, we went for our first walk, and it was unbelievable. It was like, I thought to myself, this dog was born to guide. He just loved it. Like, he was so excited. He was panting, and the instructor said that was like a dog laughing because he was having so much fun. So, and the rest of our relationship has been like that. He just loves to go places. My friends call him "What's Next, Wills," because he's always wondering what, let's go. He's always ready to go. Well, then last spring, we started to notice that he was slowing down. Had a little bit of a hitch in his giddy up, a little bit of a limp. And that was real scary for us. Yeah. So I brought him into the vet clinic at Guide Dogs. I met an amazing new favorite hero of mine, Dr. Alex Philippine. Yeah. And she just took really good care of him, did some tests, and sure enough, it looked like he had a slight tear in his CCL joint, which is like an ACL in a person, so it's your knee joint. So, so I had a couple of options. Wills was almost 8 years old, and so that made it a little bit more difficult to decide what to do. But it was either he could have a surgery, a TPLO surgery, which is great, very successful, but has a long recovery time, about 12 weeks to recover from that. Or we could retire him. And tough. I know, right? And he could be on anti-inflammatories. So I spent a lot of time thinking about it because I really wanted to give him the best opportunity to be happy. And it's really hard to know from a dog what they want to do because they just are happy all the time. So I talked to a lot of my good friends here at Guide Dogs, friends and staff members, and a lot of the people in the room today, and my husband about what to do. We decided to go ahead and do the surgery. He made it through the surgery. Great.
Bravo. Well
Bravo,
done, Wills.
Wills. Yes.
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 That's for you, Wills.
Yes. And then the next 12 weeks were difficult because he couldn't work and he had to be kind of, immobilized a little bit. But Guide Dogs was there teaching me all the exercises that I need to teach him and the medication regimes. And then I met my second favorite hero, Kristen Hagler, who did professional physical therapy with him. Underwater treadmill, guys. Like the little dog in the treadmill. It was adorable. Yeah. After the 12 weeks, we looked at his x-rays. It was perfect. Yeah. And in fact, Dr. Alex said that he was stronger than he ever was. And I will tell you he is, because I put on the harness to go for a walk, and he about blew me away. I'm like, I think I should have been on that underwater treadmill with him.
There's always time.
Yeah,
Teresa.
right. There's always time.
Yeah.
Right. But there's no way. I mean, these are expensive treatments. They're important treatments. I couldn't have done it without Guide Dogs.
Well, thank you first for sharing your story. Let's hear it, everybody in the room one more time, and everyone at home, for Wills and Teresa. Really. And we are so glad that GDB was there to support you both along the way. A really challenging time, but just to know that in this community there is support. And for those watching at home, that's really what we're here to do tonight, just to share the stories of GDB in the community. Your giving is going to help ensure that we get to help more partnerships like Teresa and Wills. I mean, that's really just one of the many ways GDB serves and helps the community. And that is what brings us here together tonight, to make sure that GDB can provide emotional support and also financial assistance to all of our clients and their dogs, so they can have transformative and empowering partnerships throughout their lives. As we'll let you know, he's not done yet.
No. He's What's Next Wills, right?
What's Next Wills. So remember, GDB and GDBI receive no government funding. So we need people like you, of course, folks at home watching, and our friends here in the room with us tonight, to invest in the health and training of our dogs. And so now is that time. Wills loves the fundraising part of the night, not quite as much as the cookie part.
Yeah, the cookie part's the best.
But it's time to invest in more partnerships like Teresa and Wills, like Bello and Oslo, and so many more. And later in the program, you'll actually hear from another incredible partnership, Emma and Sam. We'll hear from them a little bit later.
Yes.
So the important business, how to donate. So simply click one of the donate buttons above this window if you're watching. At the top of the window, there's a donate button there. Click the donate to GDB button, that's on the left. And if you're in Canada, I say good evening, A. I'm saying that because I have some friends who are watching tonight, and they'll appreciate that, I hope. So click donate to GDB International. That's the button on the right. So make sure you click on the right button there. And if you're tuning in from the US, you can also text the letters GDB to this number, 44321. That's 44321. You'll get a text back with a secure link to make your donation. Of course, just make sure it says Guide Dogs for the blind at the top. We want to make sure people are donating to the right cause, right?
Yeah, that's always a good
That's
idea.
important.
Yeah.
So anyone from the US or Canada can also call the GDBI telethon line. That number is 866-GDB-1942. That's 866-432-1942. Our phone lines are open now. Our staff on the phones will be happy to help you process your gift. And we have one more wonderful opportunity to share. You know, Teresa, it's always great when we can share good news.
Yes.
This is really good news because the Roma Charitable Foundation, they have put forward an incredible matching opportunity for all gifts at this year's virtual holiday celebration. They will match up to, may I get a drum roll on the tables, please? Here we go. Up to, Wills, are you ready?
He's ready. He's all excited.
$180,000 in giving. Come on, yes. Wills, you heard that right. Yes, you did. I said 180,000.
He's wagging his tail.
Unbelievable.
Liam. Yes, he is.
So we're going to double your impact, double your giving if you give now all the way up to $180,000. And now we're going to show our virtual thermometer. This is the only time I love it when the thermometer rises.
Especially these days,
yes,
right? Yeah.
when we're fundraising. And we're also going to show the names of those who are giving, if you choose to have your name there, of course. And as people donate, the thermometer will rise. New names with their gifts will appear as they come in. So together, let's make it rise tonight. And Teresa, as the giving begins, I want to remind everyone that Will's surgery and recovery, that cost about $10,000. It's an expensive operation. It's significant, not to mention the time it takes as well.
Yes.
And of course, the GDB community will enable this to happen. That's where your giving goes. So please know as you give tonight, it's so important. Every donation counts, every dollar matters. And of course, Teresa, as we always say, there's only one way to give.
From your heart. And
That's
I wore
right.
one tonight just for that.
There we go. So, or as I like to say, give until it hurts, just a little bit.
Or that.
But listen, let me tell you, whatever you give tonight, whatever feels good for you, when your head hits the pillow tonight, you're going to feel darn good knowing that you've contributed to this amazing community. Help us train more guide dogs and help GDB and GDB International do its amazing work for so many. So, regards the giving, Teresa, I always love to know where the giving is going. So, for example, $5,000. Where will the giving go?
So $5,000 can help sponsor one of our amazing Canine Buddy partnerships, where we match a specially selected dog with a family who has a child who's blind or visually impaired. We're going to learn more about that later, too.
A gift of $2,500.
$2,500 can help us send one of our kids who are visually impaired to Camp GDB, which is an awesome program where they learn about the guide dog lifestyle and get to meet other kids who are experiencing vision loss.
It's so important for the kids to have that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And to be kids at camp.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Next level of giving, $1,000. Where will the giving go?
$1,000 is a way to help offset the costs of some of the specialized treatments like Will's got in the treadmill. Yeah.
Well, we're glad to see that some of the giving helped Will's in his recovery.
Yes.
And look, just chilling, having a good old time.
I know. The giving really, I mean, it gave me back my Will's and my freedom.
Yeah.
It's huge.
That's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
And we're happy for that. Will's, I know you've heard the story before. Yeah, he's waiting for the cookies. So, Teresa, I think our donors, I know they've been moved by your story because we already have some donations coming in.
Wonderful.
They're rolling in thick and fast. So let's see who's starting off our giving tonight. And I want to give a little shout out to those who've been doing some giving. Board member Vaughn Summers and his wife Barbara.
Wonderful.
Barbara and Vaughn, thank you. A gift of $5,000.
Wow.
Let's have a little applause.
Holy
Yes. Friends of yours, I know Teresa, former board member Jack and Brooke Scott,
Yes.
who are in the room with us tonight.
Yes.
Hi, Jack. Where's Jack and Brooke? Where are you? Hey, Jack. Brooke, thank you so much for your gift of $1,000. We thank you. Ann Emerson with a gift of $500. Susan Stillings, a gift also of $500 of Persia, retired guide dog. Susan Mangus, thank you for your gift of $1,000. You know Susan.
I do, yes.
Elizabeth Seckler, with a wonderful, generous gift of $250. Margaret Kim, $100. Claudia Bachmeyer, gift of $1,000. Eric Kwok with his gift of $25. Come on, let's put hands together, everybody. Here we go. And oh my word, are you ready? We just had a gift in just now, $25,000 from Granite Solutions Group.
Wow.
Thank you, Granite Solutions Group.
That's amazing.
We thank you.
Woo. Wow.
Wills, can we get a little
get
wag of the tail?
That. Yes.
Yeah.
Woo, woo, woo.
Granite Solutions.
Yes.
Yeah, Granite Solutions. I get a kiss. You did the giving. Thank you. So thank you so very much. Again, friends watching, whatever you give, every single donation matters. If it's $5, $5,000, whatever you can give, just please know your giving, your donations matter, and they'll be put to great use by GDB and GDB International. Right, Teresa?
That's absolutely right. From personal experience, I know. Yes.
So the generosity so far is simply wonderful. We thank you for it. We want to ensure that this life-changing work and giving continues. So friends, I want to remind you one more time, you can click one of the donate buttons above the window if you're watching at home to make your gift right now. Again, if you're tuning in from the US, click the Donate to GDB button. That's on the left. If you're in Canada, click Donate to GDB International. That is the button on the right. Or if you're in the US, you can also text the letters GDB. Just grab your smartphone and as though you're sending a text to a friend, except this time you're sending some money. And you text the letters GDB to the number, or maybe you send money to friends.
That's
That's
right.
a good thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we're
we're
your friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are. So the letters GDB to the number 44321. One more time, text GDB to this number, 44321. You'll receive a text back with a secure link to make that donation. And again, anyone from the US or Canada can also call to donate. We have that special hotline, accepting donations, our telephone line, and it is 866-GDB-1942. I know, Wills, it's a lot of numbers. 866-432-1942. And remember, all gifts are being doubled by the Roma Charitable Foundation, up to $180,000 tonight. So,
Amazing.
little applause. Yes. Wills just wants to know when the cookies are coming.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
So, Teresa,
Yes.
let's share with our friends here in the room and those watching at home a little bit more about where the giving will go. So, a gift of $500
Well,
tonight.
that can fund one of these fabulous sleek harnesses like Wills is wearing tonight, an essential part of guide dog equipment.
Doesn't come with the bling collar.
No, the
though.
bling collar is
okay.
separate, yeah.
A gift of $250.
$250 can help offset the cost of a veterinary visit, an annual visit to the vet by one of our teams in the field.
And a gift of $100. Give up your coffee for a week. There's $100.
There you go.
But where will that giving go?
That will go to help transport one of our adorable puppies from our amazing puppy center to their new puppy raiser homes. And we're going to get to see some of that tonight.
Gosh, puppies
So
are
excited.
coming. Puppies
Yes,
are coming.
yes.
What a tease. So you heard it, folks. Every single gift tonight, no matter the amount, helps to make these life-changing partnerships possible. So we're going to see who else is feeling the inspiration. A few more shout-outs. So again, that enormous gift from
Wow.
Granite Solutions Group.
Amazing.
And of course, a board member, Dan Labe.
Yes.
Labe, sorry. Yes. Dan, thank you so very much. $25,000. A truly spectacular
Yes.
gift. Yes, really is. And we thank you. Joan, thank you
in
for
the
your
room
gift.
tonight?
Joan's
In the
with us
room?
tonight.
Yeah.
Joan,
Yes,
thank you.
yes.
A gift of $5,000.
Wow.
Yes, Wills. Kristen Dean, thank you, Kristen. A gift of $100. Come on, here we go. David Hudson, $1,000.
Also in the room.
Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. John Lilligren, another gift there, $100. Keep the applause going. Julie Burnett, thank you. Kelly Walters, thank you. Anne Emerson, a gift of $250. Laura Peabody Park, $150. Thank you, Laura. James Zayak, $5,000. James, a gift of $5,000.
Holy moly.
Thank you,
That's
James.
amazing.
James in the room with us tonight.
Yes.
James, we thank you.
Thank you.
Wills, can you go and wag your tail for James?
Yes,
He's right
wag,
there.
wag,
He's
wag,
in the room.
wag,
Yeah, he's right there, please. There we go. The wags. Oh, look.
Ooh.
Wag's coming. Where's my treat?
I think he wants a cookie, James.
All right.
Yeah, Jim.
By the way, I also want to give a little shout out. I think we look pretty good in these lights, and we look pretty good because we have a great production team.
Yes, we do.
And they're with us tonight.
Yes.
Swaim Strategies.
Yes.
We thank them. And they are giving $1,000 in honor of Debbie Morgan to thank her for her partnership and tremendous work on tonight's event.
Thank you, Jeez.
Well, I guess I'm inspired to give $500 tonight to you as well. So
Yes.
thank you very much.
Yes, and I'll jump in on that too.
Oh my
for
God!
Will.
Two, 500 and
Yes.
500.
There
Okay.
we go.
The credit card is here, and it's good, guys. I promise. It's right here. Wills, will you hold that for me? Okay. All right. Keep the giving going. Friends at home, grab your phone. If you're sitting next to someone, you're on the sofa, and they're sitting on the phone. Give them a little nudge. Inspire them to grab their smartphone and make that donation. Do that text to pledge right here, right now, because we do have that match, $180,000, and we'll keep that going throughout the night. So we want to thank everyone for your investment in creating a world of increased opportunity and inclusion. We'll keep the generosity going. But now, Teresa, you said you were going to tell us a little bit more about the Canine Buddy program.
Oh, yes.
I'd love to know more. Our friends at home and here would too.
Yes, actually, the Canine Buddy program is one of my favorite things to talk about. It's an amazing special program, really unique in the world of guide dogs. We take specially selected dogs and match them with families who have children who are visually impaired. Yeah. The dog really becomes part of their family, a family pet, a companion for the child, and the child really learns how to be responsible and care for something else. It's super impactful. And many of the families say it's really transformed their entire family. And then we get to keep them as part of the GDB community for a lifetime of support throughout their lifetime.
It's a wonderful thing, as you said, the impact, not just on the individual, but the entire family.
The entire family's transformed.
So with that in mind, let's hear a first-hand account about the wonders of the Canine Buddy program from Emma and Sam.
Logo, Guide Dogs for the Blind. Meet Heather in 2018, mom to GDB client Emma, who has a canine buddy dog named Sam. Heather is seated in her living room.
We decided to apply for the Canine Buddy program back in December. Emma has been obsessed with dogs since infancy.
Emma plays with Sam.
And she's been wanting a dog since she could speak. And Emma and Sam are the perfect partnership.
What is it, buddy?
Several photos of children and families with canine buddy dogs.
The Canine Buddy program matches dogs with children and young adults who are blind or visually impaired, fostering a sense of caring, companionship, and responsibility through the human-animal bond. This free program allows participants who are blind or visually impaired to experience what it takes to care for a dog and determine if the guide dog lifestyle is right for them in the future.
Emma will lose her vision, they told us, in her late teens or early 20s.
Heather and Emma read a book cuddled on the couch with Sam.
We were just diagnosed 2 months ago, and so it's been hard. It's been really hard. And Sam came into our lives about the same time, and he has been a godsend for her.
Emma hugs Sam.
He's just this comfort, I think, for her when she's happy or sad or feeling emotional. Emma is learning so much from him. She is learning responsibility.
Emma and her parents take a walk outside with Sam.
She's learning advocacy, to speak up for Sam, and she is learning to be more outgoing. She loves to show him off because she's so proud of him, and she just wants to talk about him to everybody.
A series of photos of Emma and Sam.
Our experience with Guide Dogs for the Blind was incredible and is continuing to be incredible. They feel so passionate about what they do, and it shows through every person we have come in contact with. They took the time and the effort to choose the dog that was right for our family, and specifically for Emma. We get continued support from them. I send them pictures. They know our family. We've really embraced the whole guide dog world, and I feel that they have really embraced us.
Emma and her parents walk with Sam in the neighborhood.
As a parent, sending my child out into the world as a blind woman is going to be terrifying. But I think setting it up now, especially with having Sam and experiencing guide dogs, that's going to set her up for so much success in the future. And one day she's going to grow up and she's going to be a self-sufficient, independent woman, and she's going to have her guide dog with her. And it's going to be a beautiful relationship.
Emma cuddles with Sam.
And they will be a team that will just conquer the world.
Heather seated in a grove of trees in 2021.
It's been several years since we've had Sam. Every year has gotten better and better. We've learned more and more. Emma has become more and more independent.
Series of photos of Emma and Sam.
Specifically with Sam, which has been great, and he has just thrived. We still get a lot of support from guide dogs, which has been wonderful.
Me and Sam are friends. We have kind of an unbreakable bond, and I love that he just loves to be with me, and we love each other.
Emma seated in a grove of trees.
And we care about each other, and we love to snuggle together and just be with each other.
What surprised us the most with having a canine buddy is probably how much we love him.
More photos.
He's so much more than just a pet. A canine buddy is a gift. He's just wonderful the way he supports Emma through everything, through illnesses, through sad times, through the pandemic. He was with her the entire time when she was distance learning, which was very challenging for us and specifically for Emma.
social distancing, it was really hard for me. With technology and stuff, it was just really hard.
Photos of Emma and Sam at home in her room.
And he would never leave my side. He was always right there. He's a very special dog, and he's helped me like that.
Through the tears, through the laughter, and through the pain, the ups and the downs of life, he is always there. He is unwavering with her. We are so thankful for Guide Dogs for the Blind and the Canine Buddy program. And that's why we stay involved, and we like to donate our time back, because it's important to help other people realize how extraordinary this program is.
I am very, very thankful that I get to be a part of this, and
Photos of Emma and Sam.
I'm thankful that they gave me Sam, they gave me the right dog, and I'm very thankful that I get to be a part of this organization.
Guide Dogs for the Blind logo. For more information, please visit guidedogs.com/K9buddy.
The Canine Buddy program. Thanks there to Emma and to Sam. Great story, right?
Right? Did I tell you?
Yeah,
It's awesome.
really
Yeah,
wonderful
yeah.
story. Thanks